Guys, I'm going to show you how to make a crib on a recipe that my mum really likes. It's Gato Zamberique. Usually Zamberique is the moong dal, which is green, but we have chana dal, which is this one. So it's cooked chana dal, which I've just basically crushed, or you can just put in a food processor. Into there, I'm going to add in some cardamom, just for some flavour. And I've got some...
They're stirring!
Are you going to stir? Right, okay, sorry. So in here I've got my dal gram, which is chana dal, which is perfectly cooked, which has just been in the food processor with some cardamom, and I'm going to add in some coconut to that as well, so some desiccated coconut. Now in here I'm going to add in my sugar, and I'm using some Billington's golden caster sugar. 2 heaped teaspoons is plenty. So I'm just going to mix this all up now. Let me just mix this all together so you can see what I'm doing. So just mix this all up, and as soon as that all comes together, we are then, that's actually perfect, we are then going to roll them into balls. So yeah, this is typically made with the green moong dal, but I don't have any, and I just thought this will be delicious anyway, so chana dal's fine. So I'm just going to take a big lump and just turn it into a ball. So that much is perfect, and we're just going to keep going until I've made all the balls. This is probably going to make about 6, so just keep rolling. Right, so you can see the consistency we're going for. It's just enough to coat these dal balls. So that's perfect, okay? So at this point I'm going to get the oil ready to fry, and I'm going to show you how I roll these into it, because you have to be quite careful. Right guys, so all I'm going to do is take the dal mixture that I've made with the coconut, pop it straight in, and if you can see, I'm just coating it over the top so it's fully immersed. And I'm just going to take it out, and it's really important that you don't mix it like that, because the whole thing's just going to break apart. Now traditionally this is used, we use plain flour for this recipe, but I love the way that self-raising flour kind of gives it more of a structure around this. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to deep fry it. I set the oil's hot enough. I've taken a bit of the batter and just plopped it in, and it's come to the surface, so that's great. So I'm going to take one of these and just drop it in. And you'll see, because I'm using self-raising flour, it's sort of creating a bit of a pillow around it. And you want to cook it until it's just cooked. You don't want it to be super crunchy. You just want it to be kind of almost like a casing around that lovely sweet dal mixture in the inside. Right, so that looks perfect. I'm going to take that out now, and I'm just going to let that drain straight onto some kitchen paper. And I'm just going to take all these little bits out as well. And we're going to keep going until they're all fried. Right, if you have any of the leftover batter like I do, what you can do is add in some sugar and cinnamon, and then slice in some bananas and do exactly the same thing, taking the slices of banana and then just drop them into the oil. So I'm going to leave this in the fridge and use this tomorrow, but that is another perfect way to use up this batter. But here we go, here are all the Gato Zamberique, but with dal. I'll just plate up now. Right, so that's what they look like straight out of the fryer. Absolutely delicious. And what I'm going to do is just chop one in half so you can see. So I'm just going to take one and just give it a chop. You can see how beautiful it looks on the inside. Absolutely steaming hot, beautiful and delicious. And you normally have this in Mauritius with a cup of tea. So this is my take on Gato Zamberique. using a different kind of dal. So this is basically like a sweet dal fritter, I think the English version can be called that. There you go.